Tim, I assume you're still ready to open the doors on August 31st?
We are. It's been a long time to have kids at Feehan, to not have kids at Feehan, so we're excited for August 31st, and we're ready to host kids here at Feehan. We think we can be safe, and we know the kids want to be here, and we're gonna do a good job.
How do you socially distance half of the school at one time?
Yeah, so that was the first step, right? Half of the school is a big decision. So that's step one. We're a crowded school on a regular day. So we tried to get 1,000 kids. We tried to have a plan for everybody and just didn't feel like we could get to the governor's restrictions in a really smart way. But at 500 kids, we really think we can. It means classrooms that are distanced mostly at 6 feet. So the governor's rule is 3 feet. We'll be closer to 6 feet in almost every classroom. We've got lunch plans. Kids are going to eat in the classroom. We've got kids wearing masks every day. If they're on campus out of their car, they're in a mask unless they're eating or getting a planned mask break. So those are big changes, but we've tested them now. We had our freshman orientation, went really well. We had graduation a week ago. Had a lot of restrictions then too, went really well. So we're optimistic that our plan, our families, our kids, we can make this happen.
Now, do you have a set plan for every classroom as far as the layout? Because not all classroom sizes are the same, I would assume.
Still in progress. We have 2 weeks, so don't rush us, right? We will. Every room will have, at least 3 feet, mostly 6. And it's different in every room, you're right. So we have rooms that can fit 17 desks. We have rooms that can fit 8 desks. Now we have to move classes around, so classes with 8 will be in the 8. Classes with 16 will be in the 17. And that takes a lot. It's like a calculus plus a Rubik's Cube times algebra, but we're doing it right now.
I know, and I see it every morning on television. Teachers' unions upset. How have the teachers responded to this?
Since March, our teachers have been our greatest asset. Coming back to school, certainly there are concerns for everybody here. I'm here every day too. They've had a lot of great questions. They've had a lot of great contributions to the discussion, and they're ready to come back. Are folks worried and want to make sure this goes well? Yes, so am I. So are all of us. But we're ready with a really good plan, and kids we can count on to do a great job. We're ready to give it a shot.
Now, the kids who aren't attending on a given day,
yeah.
Will they be virtual learning?
That's the big difference. You hear the word hybrid a lot, and it's come to mean about 14 different things. And really the key question is, what will those kids who aren't here be doing? At Feehan, and I can show you inside if we get a chance, we've invested in 67 classrooms worth of two-way communication tools. We're gonna have a camera, a ceiling speaker, a 55-inch TV in the back of every room, so that the kids at home will be watching the class. If there's a discussion, they'll speak on their speaker at home. It'll be heard in the entire classroom. And the teacher in front of the room will see those kids on a big screen in the back of the room as if they were sitting in the desks in the room. So it's going to be a very integrated experience. Our kids at home will be going to class all day long as if they were here at school, and then coming to school the next day. So they won't be home doing worksheets. They'll be home attending Feehan.
Couple of inside jokes. As a Feehan alum, I have to ask, the kids at home, do they have to wear their uniforms?
Great question. Yes.
Yes?
No tie. We got very loose this year. So if you're home, Feehan shirt, Feehan blouse for the girls. They can still be in shorts at home because the camera's from the chest up. But yeah, you're going to be in your Feehan uniform at home as well.
Yeah, other inside joke, please tell me the masks don't have to be bought from Donnelly's.
We love Donnelly's, but they do not. There was a chance to do that. It became a little more complex. We do have Feehan masks, and your kids can bring their own as well.
Which Donnelly's is the uniform supplier for Bishop Feehan St. John's.
Probably for 61 years, I'd imagine. Yeah.
How about extracurricular activities? I know that's a big component of learning. What's the likelihood we're going to see the Feehan football team at McGrath Stadium?
So to go to your first question and get away from football for a second, extracurricular I think is a misnomer because to me they're central, not extra. They're so important, as you said. And here at Feehan, we've made a commitment, no matter what happens with athletics, which is out of our hands, but also our clubs, newspaper, student council, debate team, every one of our teams and clubs will meet and be live this fall. In athletics, if they say we can't play football, we'll still have a football team. They'll meet, they'll work out, they'll do whatever they're allowed to do, whether that's working out, running, practice, learning formations that aren't from distancing. they'll have a football experience with teammates, with a coaching staff that brings the best of the social elements at the very least, and as much of the physical elements as we can get. Every club, every sport at Feehan this fall will do that. Now you ask, what are the odds of playing football on McGrath Stadium this year? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. They've already put sports into ratings, so football's in the highest, I guess, least likely rating. Golf would be in the most likely rating. I hope they do that, where they don't put everything in one bucket, because golf can be played. I think everyone would agree with that. Football has more risk than golf. We're going to see I think we're going to know in about a week, and we're going to have a football team, even if they can't hit each other on the McGrath field.
Tim, thank you so much.
My pleasure.